Good afternoon, Meramec community. I hope everybody's having a wonderful. Oh, I'm gonna adjust this. There we go. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and getting ready for a great weekend. This week it's been Teacher Appreciation Week here at Meramec, and as we get ready for this, or as I get ready to wrap this week up, really, I just want to do a couple of big things. First, just want to say, gosh, teacher appreciation. I was raised by a teacher. I'm an educator. Teachers play a major role in my life, obviously, but I just wanted to take a few minutes and just say thank you. We have some absolutely amazing teachers in this building. I watch them on a daily basis. I see the dedication that they bring to their jobs, the work that they do for your kids, for all of our kids, and to really just take care of one another. And it's truly an inspiration. We have I'm obviously a little biased, but I think we have an amazing school with great kids, great families. But at the center of all that really is our teachers. There is work that they're doing that nobody's seeing. I see, I know they're at home working, they're making phone calls, they're doing emails, they're making plans, they're caring about your kids, they're thinking about them, they're waking up in the middle of the night thinking about them. They're sitting at events thinking about them. I mean, on the weekends, they're thinking about your kids, whether that's what they're intended to do or not, they're popping right in their heads because it's not something that you do, it's something that you are. And our teachers truly embody that each and every day. And it's something, like I said, it's just an inspiration. So during this week, I'm hoping you guys have taken a few minutes just to say thank you to some of the teachers that you may have impacted your children, may have impacted you, because this is that kind of week where we want to make sure that some of those people that, we sometimes, we know there are kids teachers, we know they're here, they're doing things, but we may, just kind of, we can get into the routine of things and forget about all those little pieces. So this week it's a good reminder just to stop, say thank you, know that they're doing a lot of work and it's all done with love, and it's done with care. As I've seen them, we've cried together, we've laughed together, we're here for everything we can do for those kids. So just know that it's a tireless job, but hopefully, but the reason why we do it really is for all the kids. And so just want to take a minute and say thank you and show some appreciation for that. Last night in the district, we have what we call Mayfair. Mayfair is where we've essentially recognized the years of service for certain teachers. So teachers who've been in the district 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25, 30, we recognize all of those. And then we also recognize any teachers that may be retiring in some of their service to education, their services to Clayton. So last night we were able to recognize our service award winners, and then we also spent some time recognizing our four retirees. So this year we do have four teachers who are retiring at the end of this year. So that'll be Mr. Henderson, Mr. Sprengnether, Mrs. McKenna, and Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Bobby Williams, our kindergarten teacher, will also be retiring at the end of this year. So it was one of those moments last night where like it really is happening. They are really retiring. These are four teachers who have done a tremendous amount of work for this building. Mr. Sprengnether set up a science program. Mrs. Williams has been welcoming kids into our building. As a kindergarten teacher for years, we've got Mrs. McKenna, who's been in third, fourth, and fifth grade, making a difference for the lives of so many kids. And then Mr. Henderson here has been the heart and the soul of this building for the last 10 years, 10, 11 years, and just been working with hundreds of kids, families, and being a fantastic resource for everybody, including myself. So just want to say thank you to our retirees for everything they've been doing for us. And then I also want to take a second just to introduce, we've been doing some hiring starting later this in winter and then throughout the spring. So we do have four new staff members that are going to be, joining us to kind of to help round out where we're at, since we do have these retirees. So we do have some new staff members joining. We have in first grade, we actually are going to be having Miss Becca Wiesel. Miss Wiesel is currently one of our teacher assistants. Before she joined us this last year, she had worked in Maplewood, Richmond Heights for the last 5 or 6 years. She's coming to us after getting her reading certification. She went and finished her master's program throughout this year, is coming to us with a reading specialist degree, and is going to be joining our first grade team. We're going to have 4 first grades next year. So she'll be coming in and becoming that first grade teacher next year. We're also hiring a teacher named Janika Hutchinson. Mrs. Hutchinson is going to be coming to us from Webster Groves, where she has taught for the last 10 or 11 years in the Webster Groves School District at a variety of grade levels. She's taught first grade, second grade, fourth grade. She's bringing to us a wealth of experience and knowledge, and she's going to be kind of joining our second grade team as Mr. Grunst is moving to fourth grade. Mrs. Landgraf is going to be moving to fifth grade. And then Dr. Osborne is actually going to be moving and taking over science for Mr. Sprengnether. So as Mr. Sprengnether is moving, Dr. Osborne is going to be heading into the science lab and will be taking over the science department. And we also, for Mrs. Williams' retirement, we have Mrs. Whitney Silva. Mrs. Silva is currently teaching kindergarten in U City. I've also gotten a chance to know her as she's been coming over here and working with us for summer school for the last couple of years, working with our kids. So she knows the school, she knows the community, and is really going to be able to come right in and join our kindergarten team and do a great job with them as she's currently teaching kindergarten. And then finally, we have Mrs. Amy Balsavius. Miss Balsavius is currently a counselor at Reed Elementary in the Ladue School District. She's got a wealth of experience, wealth of knowledge. She's bringing in resources, all kinds of fantastic things to try to fill those big shoes of Mr. Henderson in our counseling program. So bringing a new counselor, kindergarten teacher, first grade and second grade teacher for right now. But, we're excited about the new hires. It's also sad to see all of our retirees leaving as we know what all they've done for us and what they mean to us. So this went a little bit longer this week, but I wanted to make sure you get all this information out. And I also want to take a few minutes just to say thank you to all of our teachers. So hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week. I want you to have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone on Monday.